Hola, hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Me llamo Rehinita. My name is Rehinita, and in today's video, we are gonna look at adjectives. But before we begin, please subscribe to my channel and also hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any video I post. Thank you. Now let's get into it. Now we know that adjectives are used to describe a person or an object, and we have types of adjectives. We have the descriptive adjectives, we have the possessive adjectives, we have the demonstrative adjectives, and then in Spanish we have what we call the apocryphative adjectives. And so in this video, our focus is going to be on the descriptive adjectives and the apocryphative adjectives. First, let's look at the adjectives that ends with O. Now we are saying that adjectives that ends with O must agree with the noun it's modifying. So let's take an example. Alto. Alto. The adjective we have here is alto. It ends with O, which means tall. Okay. Now in a sentence we have El chico es alto. El chico es alto. The boy is tall. Okay, now if we want to say the girl is tall, which is la chica, we are not going to use alto this time, no, but would use alta. La chica es alta. Okay, so the adjective alto changes, or it is agreeing with the gender of the noun. So the gender of the noun in the second example is feminine, la chica. Okay, so it changes to alta. The O changes to a. Okay, yes, so we have el chico es alto, la chica es alta. Now in terms of number, we can have something like los chicos son altos, las chicas son altas. Okay, yes, so if you look at this sentence carefully, you realize that it becomes plural. Los chicos is plural. Okay, and so the adjective also become plural. So instead of los chicos son alto, you add s to the alto to make it plural. So we have los chicos son altos. The same applies to the feminine aspect. Las chicas. You don't say las chicas son alta. You'd rather say las chicas son altas. You add an s to the adjective alta to become altas. Am I making a lot of sense over here? Let's try another example. We have el mercado moderno, la casa moderna. Okay, all right, so let's look at this carefully. Our adjective here is moderno. Moderno. So the first phrase says that el mercado moderno, the modern market. Okay, el mercado moderno. And the second phrase says la casa moderna, the modern house. Okay, if you look at the first phrase, you realize that mercado is masculine. Okay, so we have el mercado. All right, and the second phrase, la casa. La casa here is feminine, and so there is a change in the adjective. It becomes moderna, not moderno. Okay, so once you have a noun that is feminine, you make sure that the adjective is also feminine. Okay, and then when the noun is masculine, the adjective is masculine as well. All right, okay, now let's look at this as well. Los mercados modernos. Los mercados modernos. Now you realize that mercado becomes plural, so we have los mercados. Okay, and then the adjective too will become plural, so we have los mercados modernos, and then las casas modernas. Okay, las casas modernas. Same applies to la casa. It changes to plural, so the adjective too will change to plural, las casas modernas. So that is how adjective works. The adjective must agree with the noun. So if the noun is plural, the adjective will be plural. If the noun is feminine, the adjective must be feminine. So it has to agree with the noun. Right, so now I'm going to give you 3 sentences to try your hands on. Shall we? Okay, stop work. Now let's see if you got them right. Alright, so the first sentence says La bandera es y. And then we have in our brackets blanco amarillo. Yeah, so the answer is La bandera es blanca y amarilla. Amarilla. Okay, why is the answer blanca y amarilla? Now you realize that the noun is feminine, okay? La bandera. La bandera is a feminine noun, and so the adjectives blanco and amarillo must agree with the noun, and so blanco becomes blanca, amarillo becomes amarilla. Okay, the flag is white and yellow. That's the meaning. Right, so let's go to the second sentence. Tienen una cocina, no, and our adjectives are limpio, sucio. Now the answer is tienen una cocina limpia, no sucia. Okay, right, so if you look at this carefully, our noun over here is una cocina. Una cocina. Una cocina is a feminine noun, and so the adjective must agree with the feminine noun. So limpio becomes limpia, sucio becomes sucia. They have a neat kitchen or a clean kitchen, not dirty. And the last sentence, las sillas son, and our adjective here is cómodo. 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 So the answer is las sillas son cómodas. Cómodas. First of all, the noun here is feminine, and so cómodo becomes cómoda. Secondly, the noun is plural, and so it's not only cómoda but cómodas. Okay, the chairs are comfortable. Okay, so las sillas son cómodas. It must agree with the noun. The noun is feminine plural, and so the adjective has to be feminine plural. So we have las sillas son cómodas. Adjectives that ends with a are used for both masculine and feminine nouns. Okay, we don't have a separate way of using it in the masculine form and then in the feminine form. They are all used for masculine and feminine nouns. They do not change. For example, we have la casa grande. So over here, our adjective is grande, big. Okay, big. So we have la casa grande, el parque grande. La casa is feminine and el parque is masculine, but they both use the same way, grande. You don't change it, okay? But then if it's in plural, you only add s. You only add s. So we have las casas grandes and then los parques grandes, okay? Los parques grandes, las casas grandes. So it's only the plural form that you add s, but then when it's feminine or masculine, it's the same. That is for nouns ending with a. You can now try your hands on these examples. Okay, great. So let's see if you got the answers correct. The first sentence says that la universidad es, and our adjective here is grande. So the answer is la universidad es grande. La universidad es grande. So it's the same thing. It doesn't change. The university is big. The second sentence says los chicos son muy, and our adjective here is inteligente. And so the answer becomes los chicos son muy inteligentes. Okay, so it's plural. The noun here, los chicos, is plural. So you add s to the adjective inteligente to become inteligentes. So we have los chicos son muy inteligentes. The boys are very intelligent. And the last sentence, las comidas son, and our adjective is excelente. So the answer becomes las comidas son excelentes. Las comidas son excelentes. Okay, yes. So over here too, we have the noun to be plural. So you only add s to the excelente, and it becomes excelentes. Okay, las comidas son excelentes. Then again, we have adjectives that ends with consonant. Okay, so with those adjectives, they are the same. Okay, and then we also have some of them that you only add a to become feminine. Okay, so let's begin with the ones that are the same. We have popular, el chico popular, and then la chica popular. Both of them are the same. You don't change them, but then you add es when it's in the plural form. So we have los chicos populares and las chicas populares. Okay, right. Now with those that you only add a to become feminine, an example is hablador. Hablador, a talkative. Okay, so an example is un chico hablador, una chica habladora. Okay, un chico hablador, una chica habladora. So with the feminine noun, you add a to the hablador and it becomes habladora. Okay, now with the adjective of nationality, when the adjective ends with o, the female counterpart becomes a, ends with a. So for example, mexicano becomes mexicana. If the noun is feminine, the mexicano changes to mexicana. Okay, and then it's the same if it's in plural. Let's say feminine plural, it becomes mexicanas. Masculine plural becomes mexicanos. Okay, all right. And then if it ends with a consonant, let's say any. Okay, the female counterparts, you add a. For example, Aleman becomes alemana. Okay, Aleman becomes alemana for female. And then other consonants like Ingles becomes inglesa. Español, female counterparts, becomes española. So in a sentence, that is how you change it. If the noun is feminine, you change the adjective to the feminine form. Okay. Also note that some adjectives come before the noun. Most Spanish adjectives used come after the noun, but then we have a few exceptions where the adjectives come before the noun. And examples of such adjectives are the apocopated adjectives, what we call apocopated adjectives. And talking about apocopated adjectives, the adjectives are normally a half, or you miss out on the last letter or vowel of the word. So an example is bueno. We have an adjective like bueno. Bueno means good, but if it is apocopated, it becomes buen, and then it comes before the noun and not after the noun. Yes, so we have other examples like grande. So we have una mujer grande, a big woman, but then in its apocopated form, it becomes una gran mujer. So the N and D are omitted and we are left with just gran. But it doesn't mean big woman in this sense. Una gran mujer doesn't mean big woman. It actually means someone who is famous, a big woman, okay, a woman that is famous. That is the meaning of una gran mujer. But una mujer grande is more of the size of the woman. Yes, so basically that is what it means, and it applies to the male to un gran hombre. It is both used male and female. Yes, so we have a few other examples like el primer señor, and the original word is primero. Okay, but in its apocopated form, the O is omitted, and we are left with primer. We also have tercero becomes el tercer libro, and other examples. I'm going to pause here for now, and in our next video we'll be looking at the other types of adjectives I mentioned earlier on in this video. If you really enjoyed watching this video, please feel free to comment, like and share to as many people as you can, and thank you so much for watching. Adios.